Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. Yeah, AVAX remains a bit of a problem here in my TA portfolio. It is one that just from a chart point of view, it just gives me a bit of a headache. Not in the same way as XRP does, just in a different way, and there are two reasons for that. One reason is that I've counted this in a bullish way. Yeah, that is ideally what you have to expect. I mean, you can't use the 88 waves and expect the coin to die, so you need to find a bullish way of counting it. And the bullish way of counting it would be that we counted this one here as some kind of a leading diagonal pattern in a wave 1, in this higher level wave 1, as an ascending broadening wedge, which is already an ascending leading diagonal, is just a super rare pattern. Yeah, that is one thing that gives me a bit of a headache, because what is the alternative? The alternative would be I count all of this increase as corrective, which would mean that the coin will make an impulsive move down. All of this would be impulsive, meaning that goodbye. But I do count this as bullish because, you know, it just makes sense. Otherwise, it would make the next Luna, which I don't want to expect, but I just want to outline that this chart, compared to the other coins that I cover, I just don't trust. Yeah, not anymore, since AVAX dropped below $53. I mentioned it at the time as a key level that just needs to hold. Otherwise we get in big trouble here, and we are in big trouble. Yeah, since that $53 level, it dropped another 50%. So good for anybody who set the stop loss here below that level, but the problem then is also the last leg down here. I mean, that was a drop from that wave X high to the wave to where we currently are. It's like nearly an 80% drop happened within, how long was that? From the 4th of April all the way down to the 11th of May. So within 4 weeks, an 80% drop pretty much. And the problem is, because this is from this wave count degree, yeah, that WXYXZ pattern, just an extended corrective pattern, it means to really take the pressure off AVAX, yeah, that it has, again, that it can already, yeah, that we realistically expect here a significant move up again without the downward pressure. It would need to get above $103. It would need to get above the wave X high. For many other cryptos, that last swing high of the same wave degree is just much lower. So that means here AVAX, how much is that? I mean, from here AVAX would need to make a whopping 350% for us to already start to talk about a sustainable price increase. So I've got my doubts, and again, everybody who really likes the blockchain and the project for what it is fundamentally, these currently are still the levels that I find generally would find attractive to buy, because we have come into this area in this wave 2, yeah, higher level wave 2, wave 1 here, wave 2 there, corrective wave in this WXYXZ pattern. This is the area between the 88.7% FIB level and the 78.6% FIB level, so between $17 pretty much and 32. So this is generally area for accumulation, but it needs to hold that 88.7% FIB level. Absolutely. I mean, there is one last line of defense pretty much at $9, but I mean, $9 for AVAX, considering it was at 150 pretty much. Wow, this is difficult. And if it loses that level, I mean, then good night. Yeah, absolutely. So I've got my problems. Yeah, therefore, purely based on the technicals, I myself prefer currently other coins, yeah, that have a much more promising chart picture. And I'm not saying it won't recover. I'm just saying the risk is higher, and if it recovers, we can evaluate the situation again. But I just currently don't see the signals here that would give me some reassurance. Another small problem is that as one of the only coins, I mean, now Solana has done the same, but the chart picture of Solana looks better. Another concern was that AVAX here already on the 27th of May, when pretty much no other coin did that, made a new swing low compared to the low of the 12th of May. That just shows the weakness of the chart. And it looks like we're already on the way of making another swing low. Now, the only thing that might be a bit of a glimmer of hope here is this descending wedge, which is generally a bullish breakout pattern. Now, this doesn't mean it needs to be a massive reversal pattern. What it is, it could just be a little bit of upside before we dump down once more. So it's just something we need to keep in mind. I'm currently staying away from AVAX. I think there are other coins that have a better chart picture, and for them, you know, take a look at my other videos. That is only my view, no financial advice anyway. You need to decide. I can only share my thoughts about this coin, and I have my doubts based on the price action, based on the Elliott wave count, and based on, yeah, just the price structure itself. Again, one key level to hold is the $17 level. Absolutely needs to hold it. It would already be problematic if we drop down to $9 to $10. Actually, I mean, I already started. The only reason why the fib levels are in this area are because I started to count them at 0. I'm not sure if I should actually do this, because this is already the second 1-2 wave. So actually, I probably should, for this wave in which AVAX is in at the moment, I should actually start counting here at $10, yeah, because I count this as a 1-2 and I count this as a 1-2, so I actually should start here. And if I do that, then the target area, or this area which is so critical to hold, is here between $25 and $39. And in this scenario, it has dropped below that area already. Now, that's a bit of a problem, yeah. So it is just another reason why we should be concerned about AVAX here from a chart point of view, yeah. And when it starts to recover and we see first impulsive waves to the upside, fine, you know, then we can look at the situation again. But however, as I said, below $103, unfortunately, because of this chart structure, the downward pressure is still there below $103, and that is a massive increase even for an altcoin. So keep that in mind, absolutely. And from a shorter time frame point of view, as you see here, is this descending wedge. These usually break to the upside, but there's no reason it couldn't break to the downside either. So we need to bear that in mind. Support level here would be $20 at $20.50 to the downside on the 1 hour chart at the moment, and to the upside here at $27, yeah. And it looks like, you know, if I counted this in the same way as the other cryptos, we could count this here as a wave, probably would count this here as a wave 3 decline, that we made the wave 4 to the upside already in this pattern, and that we already in this wave 5 down. But this would need some more detailing out. But overall, you can see the weakness in the chart, and it could really be that we already in our last leg down, hopefully of the correction. But the lower it goes, the more problematic it will be for AVAX to recover as well. The pure reason for that is to get back to $103, really. It needs a lot of money to come back in, yeah. And if you have a coin that already retraced, I mean, how much did it retrace from the peak? A coin that retraced already 84%, you know, it is just, it just needs a lot of money to get back into. And then with this wave structure here, where you really, really lack a lot of significant swing highs in the last leg down, which was 70% down from here, right? Or what did I say, 80%? So it needs a lot of money to come back in, and it needs a lot of push, because the problem is we now move up to really get above that level. It needs a lot of money, and you don't have much support along the way. So yeah, so this is just sharing my thoughts and concerns here about AVAX, but let's just be optimistic. Let's say it will recover from here. Still, it needs to move above $103 to really get a chance to make a sustainable move up, yeah? Because this will then, if it can flip that eventually as support, that will be super good, yeah. So it could be an opportunity of a lifetime here as well, but I'm just saying the risk is higher here than for other coins, in my opinion. And if we take a look at the Fibonacci extension levels, let's say, okay, we complete the correction over here maybe at around $10. So we drop once more, but we'll then recover from there. What would be the target for the next major upside? Because that would then be a wave 3. That should take us to $231 if I use the fibs like this, yeah, and go down to $10. Then the minimum target for the next major wave up would be $231. So a 10x pretty much, a little bit more, because this is the minimum target anyway. So it could move even higher than that. That would be the optimistic point of view. All right, that is my view here about AVAX. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.